Brisbane and the southeast of Queensland is currently undergoing a remarkable phase of growth. Within the next 2 decades, the SEQ region is not only set to host the 2032 Olympic and Paralympic Games, but also anticipates an influx of 2.2 million new residents, resulting in a population exceeding 6 million. From its humble beginnings, the city and region has witnessed various significant events and projects, but the magnitude of the transformations unfolding today is unparalleled, promising a decade of remarkable change ahead. The ongoing surge in growth is evident in the rising skyline, adorned with towering skyscrapers, and the emergence of cutting-edge urban spaces. Prepare yourself for a captivating architectural evolution of this vibrant Australian city. Now, if you're passionate about urban development and planning like me, you're in the right place. I'll help analyse some of Brisbane's most ambitious projects in 2024, set to redefine the skyline. So let the countdown begin. Around 4,000 Services Australia workers will call the $600 million 205 North Quay Tower home, with construction said to finish late this year. The 38-storey tower plans to aim to be a 6-star Green Star rated building and would include a wellness facility, lap pool and public auditorium. The developer of W Brisbane, Shaya Group, last year submitted a 4-tower master plan for up to 37 stories in Milton. While this project is only at a master plan stage, Council has recently stated in a letter to the planning team that the land use mix is a significant departure from the current planning intent of the Milton Neighbourhood Plan, and recommends that the project undergo a structural planning report to outline further impacts to the area. The master plan does come with a large public space offering of over 3,500 square metres. While we might not see construction commencing for this one for another few years, this one will be followed closely as it is a fairly significant project for the Milton area. Just down the road, AREA has an approved master plan of 3 buildings on Melbourne and Manning Street in South Brisbane, designed by Richards and Spence. The yet-to-be-named project plans to continue the red brick theming seen down at Fish Lane Town Square. The project includes a very large 2-storey premium-style gym, which spans across Towers 1 and 2. An internal retail arcade is also planned for the centre of the development, featuring 7 retail spaces. AREA has already constructed marketing signage on Melbourne Street and looks to be ready to launch this one to the market soon. One of the Fortitude Valley's largest proposals submitted recently is EG Fund Management's 801 Ann Street, which is a hybrid build-to-rent, build-to-sell development. The proposed twin 33-storey towers replace an existing application for one large 46,000 square metre commercial tower, which was proposed back in 2017. The new towers have 551 apartments and would also accommodate 4 ground floor retail tenancies, which is said to include the Little Big Foundation, a foundation that focuses on combating loneliness and strengthens social bonds through community event curation and services. This is one development that will be assessed this year and will be closely followed due to its size and much needed apartment supply to the Brisbane market. Opened in 1928, the lavish Gothic and Empire-styled Regent Theatre was tragically demolished in 1978 to make way for a 4-screen cinema complex, with only the Gothic-styled front entrance and main foyer retained. After demolishing the 70s cinema box in 2008, for a commercial tower that never eventuated, ISBT has finally lodged an application to build a new commercial tower development. The 42-storey office tower includes almost 60,000 square metres of office space, as well as 3 multi-function auditorium spaces in place of where the old Regent Theatre resided. Several landscaped sky terraces are also proposed on levels 9, 22 and 37. This application is being assessed this year and, if approved, will become the tallest tower situated on the Queen Street Mall. AREA's flagship development, The Standard residential tower, completed 2 years ago in South Brisbane, looks to be getting a Big Brother tower a few streets away at 10 Cordelia Street, with approval given in September. Designed by Woods Bagot, the tower would rise roughly 40 metres taller than the standard at 30 stories and echo successful design features from the Manning Street development. The tower will accommodate 259 apartments, as well as a full rooftop recreation deck. An electric vehicle car share scheme is planned for the building, as well as a rooftop solar farm. Charter Hall and investors' $650 million joint venture commercial tower, 360 Queen Street, is well underway, with accounting and advisory firm BDO and law firm Hopgood Gannon signing on to take up more than a third of the tower, which is located in the heart of Brisbane's Golden Triangle. BDO itself will take up 20% of the building. Charter Hall says that the 33-storey tower will focus on sustainability with a strong connection to nature and technology. The building will also include a retail arcade with food and beverage outlets. Cross River Rail's first overstation development, 101 Albert Street, has officially been given approval by Economic Development Queensland. The tower is being developed by the Queensland Government's property investment arm QIC, who has been put in charge to develop the broader Cross River Rail property development program. The developer aims to give Brisbane a rainforest-inspired tower, which would breathe new life into Albert Street, although Albert Street itself won't be short of any new life after the opening of the massive new Albert Street Underground Station, which arguably will become Brisbane's true central station with a predicted 67,000 daily users. The tower is set to rise 40 stories and have over 52,000 square metres of office space. In terms of retail, there'll be 4 indoor-outdoor F&B tenancies, 2 on the ground level and 2 on level 1 connected by escalators. This is a significant development in Brisbane, as it is the first true overstation development, the first of many to come as Cross River Rail nears completion. This year, we are eagerly awaiting a rumoured $500 million plus redevelopment of Uptown, formerly known as the Myer Centre, following the shock departure of its anchor tenant, which gave the centre its name, department store Myer, which says they still intend to have a presence within the Brisbane CBD, however, still searching for the right location. In an interview to media, Vicinity Centre's Chief Executive Peter Huddle told media that the large redevelopment planned is for a retail, leisure, food, beverage and entertainment project, with plans said to include an aquarium, escape room, arcade, laser tag arena and indoor ski field. The large landholding allows owners Vicinity and ISPT the ability to construct towers above the underground bus station and retail centre. While the exact details are not yet known, official plans are expected to be revealed sometime mid-year. Whatever is planned, it is hoped that the Elizabeth Street interface is fixed so that the street is properly activated and allows for better pedestrian connectivity. A dual skyscraper development has been proposed by property giant Meriton between Alice and Margaret Streets opposite the Brisbane Botanic Gardens. The 79-storey Alice Street Tower has been proposed at the maximum allowable height limit for Brisbane CBD set by the Civil Aviation Safety Authority, with the Margaret Street Tower rising to 70 stories high. Founder of Meriton, Harry Triguboff, says the existing site required a consolidation buyout of 107 apartments and took years to acquire. Meriton anticipates commencement of construction around mid this year if approved by council. An application has just been lodged for a 71-storey skyscraper by KS Property, which supersedes a previous 46-storey commercial tower application. Designed by Koshi Takada Architects, the tower would accommodate 527 apartments and feature over 7,000 square metres of communal space, distributed over 5 distinct recreation levels. Some of the recreation spaces within the tower include 3 pools, spas, open lawn area, dining rooms, wellness zones, gym, half a basketball court with rock climbing wall, golf simulator, lounge rooms, 2 libraries, a business centre, dog run area and barbecue areas. Demolition work commenced on this one last year, however has since been halted. This project has been submitted to council, so the assessment process will be happening throughout this year. As part of the planned Wollongabba Olympic Stadium precinct, the Queensland Government has installed a massive new 106-hectare priority development zone, which encompasses most of the suburb. Station Square is a proposed $1.6 billion development located directly opposite the new Wollongabba Cross River Rail underground station. The mixed-use development is one of the first master plan projects to take advantage of the new priority development zone. Developer Trenet says the project will comprise of 4 towers, complete with a pedestrian link spanning to the new underground station. Station Square would also feature affordable housing, residential apartments, a 320-room 5-star hotel, office building and retail complex at ground level. This application is at master plan stage, with a more detailed application pending. The Gabba Heart development is one of the largest of Wollongabba's 4 master plans, which is currently lodged with Economic Development Queensland. This $1.5 billion project by Belmont Property Group and Sunlux Group seeks approval for 4 towers ranging from 36 to 41 stories high, taking full advantage of Brisbane's new underground railway station at Wollongabba and the brand new priority development area, which is now in effect. The planning team of the Gabba Heart precinct state, whilst the development approval will not authorise development to occur, it will establish an overarching development framework which will ensure future development applications reflect the importance of the land within the context of the changing nature of the locality and the future opportunities this presents. Of the 4 proposed towers, 1 is designated for a 230-room hotel and serviced apartments, with the remaining 3 towers accommodating over 1,380 apartments. Construction is well underway on the $2.5 billion Waterfront Brisbane project, with demolition of the old structures completed late last year. Despite recent wet weather conditions, construction is powering ahead, with sheet pile walls now in place keeping the Brisbane River out of the site. The development by Dexus is for 2 large commercial towers rising 43 and 49 stories high, with the highest point of the project soaring 236 metres. This beats the current tallest commercial tower, 1 William Street, by 10 metres. In October last year, Dexus announced that it had secured leasing commitments from the law firms DLA Piper and Allens, which will join Minter Ellison, Gaydens and Colliers, as well as Deloitte, which has naming rights on the North Tower. On the ground level, Dexus plans to create over 9,000 square metres of public space that is accessible 24/7, along with new retail, moorings for commercial watercrafts and a new CityCat terminal planned. The North Tower is expected to be completed by 2028, with the South Tower to be built at a later stage. For any interstate or international viewers who don't know about this project, Queen's Wharf is hard to miss in Brisbane. The massive $3.6 billion project is Queensland's largest integrated resort development, with more than 1,000 hotel rooms, 1,500 apartments, a new sky deck that straddles across 4 buildings, 50 new restaurants and bars, a pedestrian bridge across the Brisbane River, a newer relocated casino complex, and 14 football fields of public space. The Neville Bonner pedestrian bridge is now mostly finished, with final construction works happening on the former DPI buildings, Miller Park, Stevens Lane, the Brisbane Steps and the Velo Cafe. Tower 1, which will house the 4.5-star Dorset Hotel and 5-star Rosewood Hotel, is quickly nearing completion. Construction of Queen's Wharf Residential Tower, the only tower with residential access to the sky deck, has now reached its full height. Inside the massive complex, internal fit-out of the 5-star Star Brisbane Hotel is powering ahead, along with Brisbane's largest hotel ballroom, a sprawling sports bar and several celebrity-run restaurants, with more venues announcing soon. The main structural components of the 100-metre-high sky deck is almost complete, with 3 new rooftop dining venues unveiled by the Star Brisbane. The 3 Skydeck venues announced so far are Aloria, a Euro-Australian-inspired restaurant, Babblers on the Skydeck, a shareable, crowd-pleasing restaurant serving up Australian craft beer and wine, and Cicada Blue, which will take centre stage on the Skydeck and feature a lighting installation that will pulse and grow as the sun sets. Over in Precinct 3, excavation has almost been completed on the 71-storey high Queen's Wharf Tower, which will house 800 apartments and is the last residential tower in the development. T Galleria by DFS will be DFS's largest location in Oceania, hosting a myriad of luxury brands including Louis Vuitton, housed across 16 standalone stores. This will make up the majority of the shopping precinct at Queen's Wharf, which will feature destination retail products from more than 100 brands. Star Entertainment has scrapped its original plans to turn the Treasury building into a retail centre, instead putting the building on the market for around $200 million. Plans for a Ritz-Carlton hotel, which was originally planned in the current Heritage Treasury Hotel building, have been put on the back burner, with Star saying a newly refurbished Heritage Hotel offering in years to come will create a unique experience. Completion of the core integrated resort and hotels was slated for April this year, but a recent statement from Destination Brisbane Consortium has revised the opening to August this year. It is safe to say that upon completion, this mammoth project will absolutely transform this previously dormant section of the CBD into a much more activated 24/7 precinct. Now, with all these developments on the go, the city does need infrastructure to support them. So in the next video, we'll have a look at what infrastructure projects are being built today and what is being planned for later years. And don't forget to check out any of the developments mentioned in this video over at brisbanedevelopment.com. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button and stay up to date with the latest development news in Brisbane. See you next time.